Hello everyone and welcome to day 2 of Wembley weekend, and today it is the League One playoff final between Blackpool and Lincoln City. Very excited for this one. It's the excitement of Blackpool, a very entertaining team, versus the fairy tale story of Lincoln City, who 4 years ago were just getting promoted from the National League and are now 90 minutes away from playing Championship football for the first time since 1961. Blackpool have a good record here, 3 wins from 4, including 11 years ago, one of the best playoff games ever, a 3-2 victory against Cardiff City. Lincoln City have only played here once, and that was in the Papa John's Trophy in 2018, a 1-0 victory against Shrewsbury Town, but the stakes for them are much higher today. As for the league meetings, it's gone in Lincoln's favour, a 3-2 win at Bloomfield Road earlier in the season, and on April 10th, very previously, it was a 2-2 draw when Lincoln came from 2-0 down to get a point. Blackpool have been fantastic second half of the season under Neil Critchley and are one of the most exciting teams in the country right now. As for Lincoln, Michael Appleton has worked wonders at the club. Fantastic job so far. I really can't wait for this one, and I called up with some Lincoln and Blackpool fans ahead of the game today.
Oh, when the pool go marching in. Oh, when the pool go marching in.
We're not worried about Lincoln.
In that number. Oh, when the pool go marching in.
We
Oh, when the pool
in
go
this
marching
week.
in.
We are the best.
Seasiders.
So score prediction then, guys.
3-1 Blackpool.
Enough. 3-1 in.
3-0 Blackpool.
As many as we need. Yeah, the Seaside are on the march.
We will score more than that.
That all matters. 2-0, we're going to batter them.
Excited, nervous,
Yeah,
very
apprehensive,
nervous.
but
It's
in
up
a
the
really
imps
good
today.
way.
Up the Imps Day, up Appleton, he took us to the Championship.
Woo!
Come on, City!
Come on, City!
So score predictions then, guys.
2-0.
1-0.
3-0 to the imps.
I don't do predictions.
We-
3-1 to the Imps,
And we
I
just
think.
really hope that Brickup's got his lucky pants on today.
Woo!
Just an absolute pleasure to be a Lincoln fan these days, you know. We've come from nowhere to 2 finals, 2 promotions, so yeah, really good time to be a fan.
I mean, it's a fairy tale for Lincoln, really. Just 4 years ago, you were in the National League getting promoted. 10 years ago, you were relegated to the National League. Must be, like you say, just a pleasure to be here really today. And now you can be playing Championship football for the first time since 1961.
It's a pretty scary thought to be in the Championship next year, but yeah, bring it on.
I mean, Michael Appleton as well. How much admiration do you have for him? What a
Oh, he's,
fantastic job he's done.
Yeah, he's just a fantastic coach, he really is. You know, people have their doubts when the Cowleys left, but what a guy, you know, what he's achieved there in just over a season is phenomenal.
So you have taken 4 points off Blackpool as well in 2 thrilling games, especially coming from 2-0 down in the last one. Do you think that could give you a bit of an edge?
Not really, no. It's a single competition knockout game, and you know, winner takes all.
Yeah, I think Blackpool's going to win. I think we've got a hell of a squad this season. We had a bad start at the beginning of the season. We've come strong second half of the season. We've had a few injuries, but this is the best squad I've ever seen. You can take players off the pitch, you can bring the subs on. They're just as good as the players that are picked. So this is such a big squad. I think we'll win by a couple of goals.
So you largely got really good memories here at Wembley, especially that thrilling contest 11 years ago against Cardiff.
Yeah, you've got to remember that most of this squad, probably if any, was here then. Yeah, but obviously I should think the club's going to do the same sort of routine as what they've done before. Same hotel, same food and stuff like that. So I think we'll be okay. I think the football will do the talking.
Excited but more nervous than anything. This is a really important day for us because we need to get back to our rightful place, that is the Championship. We've had years and years of being downtrodden by previous owners, taking money out of the club, and we need now, with a great owner, a great manager and a great squad, to get back to the Championship.
I mean, how excited are you from this Blackpool team? Second half of the season's been exceptional, got yourself up to 3rd place. Even if you went up, but you're taking a lot of momentum into the Championship?
Yeah, I think so. I think we obviously need to add a couple of extra players, but the squad has developed from the start of the season to now. We do have an exciting squad, and it's that exciting that if we do need to make a substitution, we know that somebody's coming on that can do a job, and is equally capable of playing in the position.
And of course, what's your score prediction ahead of today?
I'm going for, as long as we don't let a goal in the first 5-10 minutes, I'm going for 2-0 Blackpool.
Very confident. We've had a really good season. The football club now, we've got a great owner that backs the football team and the community, and I think the way we play represents the town. I know Neil Critchley has emphasised that many times. This is about working people and giving the town some pride after some horrible periods when we had the Oyston family in charge. So very confident today.
You've got quite a lot of good memories here, 3 wins out of 4.
Absolutely. The last time we were here was 2010, beat Cardiff 3-2. Came to that game, never ever thought for 1 second we wouldn't win it, even when Cardiff went ahead twice. And I'm really confident today.
And what's your score prediction going into the game then?
I think 3-1 to Blackpool.
Confident if we play as well as we have done. I think we're there. I think it'll be a tight game, but I firmly believe we can win.
They haven't beaten us this season either, so we've got a good chance.
So yeah, taking 4 points off in the lead, do you think that gives you a little bit of a psychological edge?
No, because they've got the form coming in, we don't, but as we showed against Sunderland, we can rise to the occasion. So I think we'll do it again.
I mean, it must be a privilege being a Lincoln fan right now. 4 years ago, just getting promoted from the National League. You're 1 game away now from Championship football. It must just be a fairy tale right now for the club.
Oh, absolutely, but the thing is, it's been done in the right way. We've not thrown money at it like certain clubs, Forest Green and various other clubs. So we've done it the right way, and we'll continue to do it. So well done to Clive and the board for getting us here.
So what are both your score predictions ahead of today?
1-0.
3-2 Lincoln.
Very tough game, to be fair. Both teams have done really well this season. Obviously Blackpool did get off to a great start. Lincoln have been in playoffs pretty much all season. It could be a very close game, I think. I do fancy Blackpool just to edge it. I know Appleton's recently come out in the press and said that they've obviously got a lot of kids at Lincoln and a bit more experience at Blackpool, so I'm just hoping that experience sees us through. Yeah, I expect a close game today, and 2-1 Blackpool.
Quite excited. Yeah, I feel like we're going to go out there and really do our stuff. Really, we talk about all the way down here. If we turn up, it's going to be it's just going to be a tight game because we're both very good teams. If we play like we did second half against Sunderland, Blackpool are going to have a hard time beating us. Really.
I think coming through that Sunderland game could play a huge part today. Of course, you did struggle a lot in that game, but got there in the end, which could be big.
Yeah, we're used to a bit of pressure. I mean, the fans are going to be back as well. It's going to be amazing having the fans in the ground cheering us on as well. So we missed out on tickets for the semi-final as well. So it's our first match back since last March. So it's going to be fantastic when we get in there.
What are your score predictions ahead of the game then?
I've said 3-2 Lincoln. I'm saying 2-1 Lincoln.
It's going to be a really close one. 2 good attacking sides, 9 goals between us in the 2 league games this season. And I think for the neutral, it's going to be an exceptional game.
You have taken 4 points off them in the league this season in 2 very entertaining games. Could that be a bit of a psychological advantage?
Don't think league form counts for anything here at Wembley, really. It's just on the day, who turns up. We need a good start, we know that. If we don't get a good start, we're in trouble. But we've had some good second half displays, so, fingers crossed.
It must be a fairy tale to be a Lincoln fan right now, where you've come from.
5 years ago today, we were languishing in the National League. We hadn't even got Danny Cowley as a manager. In that space of time, we have come an awful long way. Even if we don't go further today, we're still on an upward trajectory. We've got the best chairman in the Football League. How do I know that? Because you couldn't get anything better than Clive Nates. A great management team behind him, and we're definitely a club that's going places.
And score prediction today?
Score prediction, I'm going to say a goal in it either way, to be honest, a 2-1 or a 3-2.
Very confident. We've had a really good season. The football club now, we've got a great owner that backs the football team and the community, and I think the way we play represents the town. I know Neil Critchley has emphasised that many times. This is about working people and giving the town some pride after some horrible periods when we had the Oyston family in charge. So I'm very confident today.
So you've got quite a lot of good memories here, 3 wins out of 4.
Absolutely. The last time we were here was 2010, beat Cardiff 3-2. Came to that game, never ever thought for 1 second we wouldn't win it, even when Cardiff went ahead twice. And I'm really confident today.
And what's your score prediction going into the game then?
I think 3-1 to Blackpool.
Lincoln are a really good team, so I'm a bit scared of them. And they've scored a few goals against us this season. But first match that I've been to since Boxing Day 2019, first Blackpool match, and so it's just great to be with people again. And well, what better venue to be at to return to live football than Wembley Stadium?
I mean, you've obviously got not a bad record here either, 3 wins and 1 defeat, but I mean, of course, 11 years ago, that championship win against Cardiff was certainly one for the memory.
Yes, me and my nephew were just talking about that. Absolutely. We've got a ridiculously good playoff record on a 10th fate. And I've been to all of the finals, and yeah, well, I mean, this would be brilliant because, you know, we had the change of ownership a couple of years ago, and we were boycotting the club for years, most of the fans, and it's just great that so many, even though it's only 4,000, that we've got 4,000 of them here today, and it's a great atmosphere so far, and yeah, so can't wait.
Score prediction for today?
2-1 to Blackpool.
Nervous. It's like I say, it's a huge game. It's probably the biggest game I've ever seen us play. So, you know, yeah, massive game to get into the championship. We've never been that well. Last time we were at that level was 60 years ago, so it'd be sort of pinnacle for us. But I think it'll be a good game, and optimistic about our chances. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you've been a fairy tale 5 years ago, languishing in the National League, all the way now to 90 minutes away potentially from Championship football. It must feel surreal right now to be a Lincoln fan.
It's crazy. Like, I wouldn't have dreamed of it like 5 years ago. Obviously, the last 5 years we've either been getting promoted or winning trophies or been in the playoffs. So it's crazy. It's the best time to be a Lincoln fan. It's been fantastic.
So your first playoff final here as well at this Wembley. So how exciting is that for you?
Yeah, it's massive. I think we haven't got the best record in playoffs. We've lost our last 6 or something like that. So, yeah, to be here, obviously fans back as well, brilliant to see. Really excited for it.
And finally, a score prediction.
I think we'll win 2-1 today. 2-1 Lincoln.
It's going to be hard, but it'll be a good watch. Yeah.
Have you got a score prediction going into it?
I want to say 2-1 Blackpool.
Incredible. Can't believe we've got this far. If we looked at the start of the season, I didn't think anyone would have predicted playoffs, but we've done brilliantly. Got a great team. Hopefully we can win it today.
I mean, you got a score prediction going into it?
Oh, it's going to be a close one. I reckon it's going to be 2-1 Lincoln.
I'll second that.
I think it's going to be a tight one. Both teams are in banging form at the moment. I'm sort of expecting extra time, maybe even penalties. It's going to be nail-biting, I think. There's so little in it, I think, really.
Yeah, well, I never really watched Blackpool without it being really nerve-wracking. I don't know why, but they've come through. They've got a great record, so and they're playing well. So all good, positive.
Yeah.
Feeling very positive.
We've been here before, playoffs. This is I don't know how many times we've been here, but we missed the last one because of the boycott, because the Oystons were in charge in those days, and we didn't want to go to that one. But yeah, I think last time we came, we lost to West Ham. You know, so we've got to banish those memories today, hopefully, and get the win. Fingers crossed.
So 11 years ago, you're involved in one of the best playoff games ever, of course, against Cardiff. You expecting a similar type of entertainment today?
Could well be. I've got a feeling it's going to be a bit like that. The weather was very similar to what it is today as well. So yeah, I'm hoping the result goes our way in the same way as it did in 2010. You know, so all being well, it will be us. But that's the lottery in the playoffs. You're here hoping to win, but you know, there's no guarantees, is there? You know, you spend a lot of money doing it as well.
So finally, a score prediction today as well.
I'm going to go for 3-2 to Blackpool.
2-1 to Blackpool.
Quietly confident. We were top of the league for a long time. Dropped off a little bit and just coming back into form. So quietly confident.
Obviously, it must be a fairy tale being a Lincoln fan right now. 5 years ago, mid-table in the National League, all the way to potentially 90 minutes away from Championship football. It must just feel crazy right now.
Sure, I've been a Lincoln fan for 30 years. I normally come with my wife's dad, and we enjoy going. And this last 5 years has been quite a journey.
Yeah. Score prediction ahead of today.
2-1. 2-1 Lincoln.
Just hope that we can carry on playing the way that we have been, and we hopefully get a decent result.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's just getting out of the division and moving up and up. That's what we want. That's what we've been wanting for years. Hopefully it will work out.
You've got a score prediction for today's game?
3-1-1.
I'm the same.
We can do it because Appleton's helped us to get to where we are now. So yeah, we need the boys just to do it, just play how they are, and just score, just win.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a bit of a fairy tale
Yeah.
being a Lincoln fan right now as well, of course. 5 years ago, languishing in the National League, all the way to potentially 90 minutes away from Championship football. It must feel surreal being a Lincoln fan, I imagine, right now.
Yeah, it's like some people's never seen Lincoln play in the Championship before, so it'll be a great achievement for Lincoln fans like me. I haven't seen Lincoln play in the Championship before, so it'll be good for the young ones and the adults to see Lincoln in the Championship.
What is your score prediction ahead of today?
2-0 to Lincoln.
Confident, I think, more than anything.
Very confident.
But they're also a bit of a bogey team for us, the ones that we haven't beat yet this season. Only one of the top 6 we haven't beat, so it'd be an interesting one. I think it'll be the team that starts stronger will dictate the game, really.
I mean, what about score predictions today then?
I would say either 3-1 or 3-0 to the Pool. I think, like Jack said, I think the minute we get going, we start quick with a quick rhythm, get the ball spread out to the wings, I think they'll struggle.
I think it'll be a bit more tight-knit. I think it'll be like a 2-1 or something. I think it's going to be a bit of a closer game, sort of. But I think it'll all happen in the first half, similar to Cardiff in 2010. It'll all happen in the first half, and the second half will just be sizing up from there.
Sunderland game was absolutely class. To even be in a position where we was 5 years ago, where we was in the conference, to even be with a chance to get in the Championship final, incredible. What a journey. Let's hope we get it done today.
I mean, it's a fairy tale being a Lincoln fan right now. So 5 years ago, languishing in the National League, looking like you were going nowhere, to here. Like, it must be absolutely crazy right now.
It's dreamland, mate. I cannot even begin to describe how good the last 5 years as a Lincoln fan has been. To the journey that we've been on. We went to Wembley a couple of years ago for the EFL Cup trophy final. Great day out. We've got 100% record at Wembley. Let's hope we can do it again.
The score prediction ahead of today?
I think 2-0. I think we'll hit them on the break. I think Blackpool are a good side. We're going to have a tough game today, but I think we'll hit them on the break 2-0. Come on, the Imps!
We're here just over an hour from kick-off at Wembley Stadium. Look at the scenes behind me. Lincoln City fans have arrived in their numbers, truly making the most of their first ever playoff final here at Wembley. This is fantastic to see, of course, after the year everyone has had. It's a beautiful day as well, which just adds to it. This is insane, absolutely crazy stuff. And Lincoln fans are certainly here in their numbers, that's for sure. Half-time in the League One playoff final. Blackpool 1, Lincoln City 1. Lincoln opened the scoring in the very first minute. An own goal from Ollie Turton, who actually scored at the right end in the first leg of the playoff semi-final as well. And then it was an equaliser on about 34 minutes from Kenny Dougal. A good strike. Keeper possibly could have saved it, but the game is very well poised. I'd say Blackpool have just about edged it, though. They've been the better attacking team. Lincoln have defended well, but if anyone looks like they're going to go on and win right now, it certainly is Blackpool. A very interesting second half ahead. I can really see this one going all the way. I'm actually going to say it's going to go all the way to penalties. It's very interesting. Both teams are giving it their all. Let's see what the second half brings.
So it was a great start from Lincoln, quick off the blocks. I feel the keeper for Blackpool could have done better. Same with the centre half. I don't know what he's doing turning it into his own net there. But as the game went on, I feel Blackpool did grow. They got a lot more pressure on Lincoln, and I feel like Michael Appleton's going to have a big half-time talk here to turn it round. Otherwise, we're looking at a very long game here. Any thoughts?
I feel like if you go 1-0 up early like they did 1 minute 20 seconds in, I think you've got pressure on you for the rest of the half. You've got pressure on you, you've got them attacking. I think Lincoln just needed to get a grip of the game, need to get on the ball, possession, but that's not what they've done. But I back Michael Appleton to go into the team talk at half-time, give him some grief, let him get back out, get on the ball, dominate possession like they can do, like they've done so many times this season, and get back out there and start attacking Blackpool.
Obviously, it was a dream start, scoring inside 60 seconds, but sitting back and inviting pressure against a good side like Blackpool isn't ideal. Lincoln can play on the counter-attack with Brennan and Morgan Rogers, but you need your big players, experienced players, Grant, Bridcut, to start dominating the ball, get a bit of confidence back. And Lincoln will cut through these because defensively they're not great. They've obviously got good players going forward, Mitchell, etc. But Lincoln will cut through these if Grant gets on the ball and starts passing through the lines. That's what I think. And they need to get Rogers and Brennan Johnson on the ball.
So, full time here at Wembley Stadium, Blackpool 2, Lincoln City 1. Lincoln took the lead very early on in the game, in the opening minute in fact, but a double from Kenny Dougal of all people. 1 goal before the playoffs. He's now got 3 in his last 3 games. What an end to the season for Blackpool. They're going up. I cannot wait for Blackpool versus Preston next season. A local derby which we haven't really seen enough of in the last few years, so that's very exciting. But yeah, congrats to them. A good performance in the end. They managed the game quite well. Lincoln, though, what a story. They've given it their all. Lincoln have now got to prove this is not just a flash in the pan, and they need to come back stronger next year, which I think they will. They've got a very promising team, so very exciting now for next season. But today is all about Blackpool, and I caught up with some of their fans after the victory as they return to the Championship for the first time since 2015.
Get in there, just what we deserved. Fantastic game, great tactician Neil Critchley. We're on the way up, got rid of the Oystons, moving forward.
I mean, obviously they said it on Sky Sports commentary, if you're going to concede in the first minute, not the last. That's
Absolutely.
What Blackpool did, and
great news for Ollie Turton,
well.
who put it in his own net. I think from 15 minutes onwards, we controlled the game. Beginning from there onwards. Great game.
Dougal as well, only 1 goal before the playoffs. He's now got 3 in the playoffs.
Absolutely,
so he's picked his moments, it's fair to say.
Yeah, he does pick his moment, but great stuff. We're on the way back. Championship this season, we'll build Premiership within 3 years.
And of course, you got that rivalry with Preston to renew next year.
Absolutely,
as well.
Much better than the rivalry with Fleetwood.
Hey, the Pool!
Playing Championship football again next season, how do you feel?
Ecstatic, over the moon.
To be honest, I feel relieved. I feel relieved because after what happened after the first minute, I was sitting there shitting my pants. But now, am I allowed to say that on this channel? Yeah, I was shitting my pants. Anyway, the lads done well, and you know what? We're back up there, but you know what? This is only the beginning. Guess what? We're going back to the Premiership.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when you went 1 down early on, did you fear the worst, or were you still quite
I was
confident?
a bit nervous. I was nervous before the game, nervous during it, but after that, and we was just on the front foot after that first goal. So you could always see it was coming, it was just a matter of when.
I think that was definitely it's a first-minute goal, but if you look at the game, the best team won. The best team definitely won. We must have had 60-70% of the game. Definitely.
Danny Ballard, what a ball.
So Dougal certainly picks his moments. Only 1 goal before the playoffs, and now he's got 3 in his last 2 games.
He popped it. He was on for a perfect hat-trick, little header.
Exactly. No, it was good. It was a great final, and you know what? It was competitive. But I do think if you look at all the stats, Blackpool definitely deserved the win.
It's overwhelming. It was a rough ride from the start, but once that goal, I think it got us going. But from then on, we were just in there. We just ruled the game. And we're behind the team 110%. So you got to say, Jay?
Just delighted, really.
Delighted, overwhelmed.
First time at Wembley getting promoted like that.
Yeah, it's his first time as well. I've had my other boys in past Wembley things, and we've always won. So let's keep it up. Let's rule the Championship.
I feel fantastic, yeah, really good. I was just saying then that this promotion, it means a lot because, the last few years have been so dire with the club, and with the protests, no one was at the stadiums. So we've had empty stadiums for many years, and then we've then got our fans back, and then COVID's hit. And obviously today, without the fans being in the ground, many fans not being in the ground, it's a bit bittersweet, but to see a United team and us back in the Championship it's just fantastic. And to me, it actually tops when we got promoted to the Premier League, because of how dire it's been the last few years. It really has been an important promotion, and the team's done brilliant. So, hats off to them.
Good evening, everyone. So that is the end of day 2 of my Wembley weekend. And of course, full-time score in the League One playoff final, as mentioned, Blackpool 2, Lincoln City 1. Fantastic result for the Tangerines. And yet, very good day again. Both sets of fans absolutely fantastic. Travelled here in their numbers, been so friendly as well. Absolutely brilliant. Another fantastic day. And tomorrow it is Morecambe versus Newport County in the League 2 playoff final. Very much looking forward to that. But of course, as for now, I'd really like to take this moment to thank all the Blackpool and Lincoln City fans and just everyone in general around the stadium for another fantastic day. Received so much support in what I'm doing. And yeah, I cannot be thankful enough. And the atmosphere today was absolutely incredible from both sets of fans. You can really tell these two clubs are very much two clubs in good spirits, a very good mood around there right now. Even though Lincoln lost, there's still that feel-good factor at the club, I think. And as for Blackpool, since the Oystons have gone, it's just been upwards and upwards for them. And they've now got their sights set on maybe return to the Premier League soon. So, fantastic, really. But yeah, they will be in the Championship next season. As for Lincoln, they're just going to have to give it another go in League One. But what a day again. Thank you so much. And hopefully you've all joined me on this journey and watched day 2 of my Wembley weekend.